Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes.
This NDP Liberal government has been trying to cover up the full cost of their $60 million Arrive scam. And after 8 years of this Prime Minister and his NDP Liberal government, they're not worth the cost or the corruption. And he's been hiding the documents, and we've been hearing the paper shredders, but his homework is due today. So the question is to the Prime Minister, at what time will he respect the common sense Conservative motion that was passed by this House and deliver all of the documents and the full cost of his Arrive scam scandal?
The Honourable Minister for Public Works.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As many ministers, including the CVSA minister, has said often, what happened during COVID-19 when regarding the application was unacceptable, despite the fact that it was built in a moment at which it was important for public servants to be efficient and acting quickly. Unfortunately, some of the rules were not followed, and there's more work to do, although much of the work that the Auditor General asked us to do has already been implemented.
The Honourable Member from Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Island, Rideau Lakes.
Well, what the Auditor General asked in terms of information, this government didn't even want to provide. That's why they voted against having the Auditor General investigate this Prime Minister's $60 million Arrive scam. It's clear that after 8 years of this NDP Liberal government that they're not worth the corruption or worth the cost. That $60 million, Speaker, was for outside consultants. It wasn't for public servants who needed to act quickly. It was for Ottawa insiders who are getting rich, being made millionaires while Canadians struggle and are now lined up at food banks. This Prime Minister has had weeks. He won't stand up, but we've ordered him to provide the documents. At what time will they be provided?
The Honourable Minister for Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, from the very beginning, our government has been transparent with Canadians and with Parliament. We've had officials, we've had ministers appear before parliamentary committees. We understand the concern that Canadians have around the appropriate use of taxpayers' money. And Mr. Speaker, in spite of my friend's pessimism, I don't share his view that this government will always continue to be transparent with Canadians around this matter.
The Honourable Member from Fort Saskatchewan, Sherwood Park.
After 8 years, the Arrive scam scandal has made clear again that this NDP Liberal government and this Prime Minister are not worth the cost or the corruption.
That's right.
Liberals gave GC Strategies $20 million for Arrive scam alone. Now, last week, Christian Firth from GC Strategies revealed that he got at least $2,600 per hour for subcontracting. Canadians are struggling to put food on the table, and Liberals are giving well-connected consultants multi-millions at $2,600 per hour.
Unbelievable.
Simple question. Do Liberals believe that $2,600 per hour was a reasonable rate?
Was it reasonable? The Honourable Minister for Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, as my colleague knows very well, there are internal investigations being conducted into all these matters. We welcome the report of the Auditor General. The RCMP is investigating some elements of this matter. And Mr. Speaker, if at any time people have misused taxpayers' money or contractors have claimed taxpayers' money for work they didn't complete, of course the government will demand refunds as is appropriate.